All right, we're back at it, everybody. Playing Quetzal, making it work. Hope everybody's having a good week. I had a nice long workout today. 2 hours, 10 minutes on the bike, and about 30 minutes of warm up and cool down. So 15 minutes on either side. It's nice. Open up my capillaries, you know. So I've made some changes. Let's take a look. Um, I've also just played some stupid games while I was distracted and lost some. Um, but I've put in a Mystic Mamie and an Imp, and those have helped. So we're gonna see how that goes. Yeah, I get into this state for like the last 30 minutes of like a long workout where the exertion gets to the point that you're just like sensation and like the base level of consciousness because to keep yourself moving takes enough force of will that it kind of pushes your active thoughts out of your brain, and it's so blissful as somebody who worries all the time. I don't know what the sunset restrictions are. This is for a standard tournament this weekend, but I would not be surprised if this was close. But yeah, well, that's exciting that I'm already kind of ready for a new format. How are you doing, Sean? What have you been playing lately? All right, we've got somebody. Let's fire it up. GLHF. I don't like this opening hand. We don't have any of our tools. We have some draw, but no, just like free money. All right. So I think here we're gonna gamble. We're gonna get Mamie down. We're gonna put Imp down, and let's Imp whatever this is. And if it's a snare, we just lose. Super deep borehole. Boink. Look, Imp's already providing value for us. All right. So let's draw. Let's draw once more. We'll get our Mamie Buck, and we'll Imp something off the top of R&D. Steal. Value Town. Alright, let's draw. Let's labor rights. We'll shuffle some stuff through. We can't challenge that, but we can imp another card. We'll imp that, and then we'll go back in and see if we can catch an agenda. And we'll just regular trash that. I'm a little concerned about the absence of events in our hand right now. Okay, so let's draw. Let's use that. Oh, nice. Alright, so we got to keep our hand size up. Let's hit HQ. We want them to spend some money. We'll use this. Okay, so we don't want to trash anything this time. So we're going to do this. And we're going to tell them to fire it all. Mamie has been a surprisingly good addition to this deck, because it just improves our real money efficiency for trashing cards and stuff, which has been nice. Alright, I think we need to check that. So first things first. Let's do that. And then let's hit server 2, which is likely to be another border control. An Afshar. Alright, so we'll hit that, and then we'll let the other one fire because it's only one credit. Only one of our credits. Sure. And then we'll get some money. And then we'll put down another poison vial. So that if they get rid of one, they got two of them. Sure. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. Let's get that ticking away. How's my volume levels, by the way? I hope I'm not coming through too loud. Well, this shit that they're doing is extremely wacky, but I love it. Sure, I guess. Ugh! What a pain! Yep. Sure. Let's force them to burn the other one. Get rid of it. Oh, okay. Well, let's draw. Oh, fuck, we're gonna die. I made a choice, and it was the wrong one. I gotta slow down. I'm playing too fast. I'll play some of my Corp deck for this weekend. Alright. Killing the runner. Killing the runner. Alright. We're gonna make it happen. Sure, come on in. Shuffle that back in. I love when you spend your money. We love a nice core damage. If they want to blow every dollar that they have, they're more than welcome to. Yeah, hitting a cat's cradle with the damage is extremely good. Alright, let's draw. Let's put that on R&D. Stop the bleeding a little bit. Hey, Bahram, welcome. We are gonna murder them. We're gonna murder them. Let's draw. Yeah, we'll put a Formicary in front of that. And then we'll just click for a buck. I put 2 shots of espresso into my protein shake, so now both of my knees are bouncing. Yeah, this is a pretty high likelihood of a kill here, because then I can just Audacity out Azef after hitting them with the Urban. Pew. Pew, 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 pew. Alright, we're going to go back to Quetzal. We're going to play slowly. We're going to think through our turns. And we're going to beat their ass. I've got so many fake coins. I've got this Thunder Road coin. I have a Strahd Barovian coin that Dan Bouchard got me. I have the Acquisitions Incorporated coin. I have the 2022 Netrunner Worlds coin. And then I have a series of Star Wars credit coins that my friend got me from the now defunct spaceship resort at Disney. I love fake coins because I love playing with things with my hands while I'm playing. This seems okay-ish. I think we throw this back. This is better because it has both pieces that we need, and it still has the strike fund, so this is actually like a much better hand. Alright, we're going to play thoughtfully, slowly. We're going to win. I've racked up a couple of losses on this deck from just like playing while I'm eating or playing while I'm watching YouTube and like not really paying attention to what I'm doing. What do we think that is in the remote there? Right? I mean, we should check it. We have 2 turns to clear it. Yep, we'll get rid of that now. And then we'll get a Mamie down. An Oppo this early? They didn't trash Mamie, so let's draw. Let's dirty laundry one of those new servers. And then we'll clear the tags. That feels pretty fucking good. What do we think this ice on HQ is? Alright, so let's put the 2 combo pieces down and then let's check server 7. So we can only break 1 subroutine. We have 1 click left to clear tags. Oh! But, yeah. So we gotta do the first one. That actually kind of stinks. Okay. Yeah, that's a terrible ice for this deck, but we are 4 points up pretty early, and they have no money, like 0 money. All right, we need to offload. Bye, Mystic Mamie. You served us well. So many servers. All right. Let's hit HQ. All right. Let's hit R&D. That feels bad, actually. But this feels like the end of the game. Good game. Yeah, feels bad, then it feels great. All right. Mm. All right. Let's jailbreak HQ. I'll take that. Thank you. Let's hit R&D. A snare. Strike fund, yes. Strike fund, yes. Strike fund, yes. Trash the snare. Remove the tag and draw a card. Triple strike fund activation. Somebody clip that, please. All right. Let's get that down and a poison vial down. Let's draw. Let's draw again. I'm very much like not super worried yet because I think based on seeing this agenda that they're probably playing a more honest build, right? Yeah, that's the idea. All right, let's draw. Let's hit server 2. It's going to be yeah, we'll do that. We'll make it a barrier. Ooh, a Reaper function. Glad we went and got that. Put this down to start ticking away. Let's draw. Let's hit server 2. It's like 1000% going to be a snare. Okay. All right, let's draw. Let's get this money. Let's put this down, and then let's hit HQ. No, we don't need to make it. We'll do this, and then we'll do this. And they spent 6. We'll steal this. Ta-da! Bladder Ward seems fun for them, but then they're not going to be able to keep us out of anywhere, right? Um, sure. We don't want to take the extra net damage here. We'll imp that. Let's see what's in door number archives. A Prada. Oh, ho, 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 ho. A Neurospike. That's exciting. Alright. I think the time has come for a Chastushka to fire. So, we're going to keep moneying up. Oh, their deck's also fat. There's only at 42 with all of these installed. This is worth saving for the late game. Let's see where they trashed from. They trashed all from R&D, so we'll go check. Sting. We'll draw 2 cards. And we'll get the blood in the water, and that's game. I really like this deck. I think we're on to something with this deck. Yeah, I can't think of a ton that punishes this style. So, also, if you want to hear about how absent-minded and stupid I am, I took my bike in for the shop because even though I'm a pretty good bike hand, my road bike, my high performance bike, every so often it needs like a full breakdown where they basically take the entire bike apart, check to see the threads on all of the hex bolts and screws, replace anything, re-grease everything, put everything in the cleaner, check to make sure that the little spikes on the cogs aren't getting too worn down, everything's lined up, rebend any parts. And like I could do that myself, but it's worth having like a professional do it once every like year or so if you ride a lot. And I took it in and I was like, "Hey, I need you to give me a breakdown tune up." And they were like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, sure. When was the last time you had one?" And I was like, "Oh, like 10, 11,000 miles ago." And they're like, the bearings on a road bike are only good for about 5,000 miles, right? And I was like, I do now. See, but the thing about EULA, Chris, is that you can just pay for it, right? Like, my deck doesn't run super duper poor, right? We have enough sources of real money that we can just pay for Eula. But yeah, envelopment's a good shout. Uh, yeah, and Lamb beats Eula. Come on. Yeah, and I feel like in the games that play a Nidic Void, like this deck definitely becomes all right, that remote is your business, and just digging for multi-access and Chastushkas to just hammer centrals and try to win that way. And I do think that's why PD is one of the weakest matchups for this deck, because it sets up that server to just start scoring super fast. Yeah, but it's definitely like a much thinner margin. I have not tried Stargate. I think Stargate telegraphs a little too much where we're going. So I don't think that this is the kind of deck that's going to do well in a cut where everybody can see my list. But like in the early game, when I start putting down the tools like the lizards and the poison valves, people have no idea what I'm doing. They don't know what my multi-access plan is. So they're just icing wherever I'm attacking. So then, you've noticed if you watched the stream yesterday, if I pivot to a Chastushka and like trash like a couple cards with two of those in one turn, they'll put like two fresh ice on there. They don't realize that I'm also running finality. They suddenly think I'm like doing maybe a sabotage HQ pressure thing, so then I can just pivot to a finality and get four card access. I think Stargate is slow. Stargate is for a deck that can make one strong run a turn even if the server is armored. That's not what this deck does. This deck builds up towards like high impact turns where we like hit a single server twice in a turn, or we're applying burst pressure as opposed to late game economic pressure. Stargate usually fits into that reg anarch plan where you've drained a liberated accounts, you have decent breakers, and you're just like, I can get in anywhere, so I'm just going to start methodically hammering R&D until I see what I need to win the game. Thank you. It's good to be streaming again. Reminder, you can support the channel either by following or subbing on Twitch, which would put money in my pocket, or if you want to jump on to being a subscriber on the YouTube channel, that also helps. I've always tried to keep ads off of the YouTube channel, so if you'd like to give me some of Jeff Bezos's money on Twitch or your own hard-earned money, I would greatly appreciate it, because I am going to get back, and I have been back to streaming on the business days. So I'm happy to make that content for you, but any support that you can give, fantastic. All right, we were just talking about this matchup. We're going to try to be a bit more disciplined and put a little bit more pressure on. I don't love this hand. This isn't any better, so I played myself. Okay. So let's put this on that, and let's go check it, because controlling the Rashidas is extremely important in this deck. So we're going to break the end the run. They can have the draw. Trash that. Let's hit HQ. Okay, let's hit HQ again. Okay. Controlling the Rashidas against this type of jammy purple is extremely important. Let's hit R&D. I guess we should see what this is, right? Sure. Anything we can do to make them broke is a good thing. Right? This might be another Rashida, but it's more likely that it's the Managarm. So now they have no money. Alright, let's hit HQ. Alright. I think we can safely Chastushka here. They're having to think, so they might actually be able to res whatever this is. Let's see where they trash from. Alright, 2 and 2. So let's go into that. So, whoo, we got a big deal. 2 Managarms and a seamless launch. That feels very good. Let's just go ahead and do that again. But you see what I mean with like the oscillating pressure here? Let's see what's in archives. Okay. Let's check R&D. And then let's get ready to go get that later. Just gonna go for the score. That's cute. Because they blind Drew, right? And they have no money. So let's go ahead and jailbreak HQ. We already know that they can't res. Alright. Let's go get that Ikoa. They certainly have lots of money. They've certainly rebounded from a money perspective. So let's dirty laundry R&D. And then we need to start getting our tools together. So let's put lamb. And money back in. Nice. All right. Let's rip it. There's nothing we can't break. Good game. They went fast. We went fast. Once it gets down to that lower card counts with precision design, being able to get the finality is very clutch. Hello, Ethos. But yes, Sindarin, or Sindarin, I don't know how you pronounce it. The combination of Quetzal's ability with the poison vial is extremely good. This is like the chonkiest coin I have. Look at how thick this thing is. I think we keep this because we have the lamb, which is a pretty strong tool for the early game. Now, we basically need to only see an agenda if we think we're going to win. So, we got to be careful about that. Or unless we have a ton of money. But since this is using the bacterial reprogrammings and the Your Digital Life as a way of drawing a ton of cards to just have like a ton of burst to mess with the math, you have to be super careful. We'll dirty laundry while we don't have a chance of catching an agenda in that server. Now, the exciting thing is they have a bunch of big, chonky, multi-subroutine ice like Vampire Nasa and Anansi that we just shred if we're careful and diligent. So that's really exciting. I'm gonna next turn. I'm definitely gonna get Lamb down. So if nothing else, we have that as a plan because they tend not to go super deep on ice. What do we think that is? Well, let's get this down because I said I would do that. And then let's Chastushka. I will make it a barrier. I'll fully break it. Correct. It's the Regenesis pull a 5/3 out of the trash, but if you go check what's in the trash, then you lose. Yep. And we'll keep the Rashida under wraps. Yeah. Ideally, we want to like get a punitive into if we can get two of the punitives into the bin with Chastushkas, we're pretty safe. Yeah, we just need to get some money. The deck does also play snares, two snares, I believe, so we got to be careful about that also. But now we can break up to 2 ice with this because we can turn something into a barrier, break it with Quetzal, then use Poison Vial. Then we also have Kongamoto to trigger it on a second piece of ice. Alright. Let's hit HQ. Let's hit R&D. Try to see if we can force some more money to be spent. We don't need to make it a barrier because we can just do this. And we broke the toughest thing in their arsenal. Alright. I think... Ooh, do we check archives here? I think we let him have it. And then we camp the next one. It's a Rashida, so that was the right call. We probably would have died. So both of these are definitely ones that we don't want to be spending our tools on turn after turn after turn. So we're probably going to put a... yeah, we're going to put a Botulus on that. We'll steal a Regenerous. Uh, a Regenesis. There's the other one. Okay. What we really need here is we really need multi-access for R&D so that we can get one off of there and then check archives. But that's almost certainly an enetic void on archives. So there's probably one here and one here. Alright, let's go into archives. So now we go back over here. And we're just going to try to bully our way through. What did they call? And we're still in it. Whew. Yeah, all three Regenesists are out of the game. So if they're going to score out, it has to be honestly. That felt pretty bad. But we just really need to fire our combo one more time, right? Right, we're never going into our archives with this because we're never gonna tax them enough for that to matter, right? This is tense. Feels good. I know I never cleared the tag, but I honestly don't think it matters. That's a click and 2 credits that they're not spending advancing their board state as the game kind of ticks down against them, right? All right. All right. I think next turn we're gonna pop this. Let's Chastushka. We're gonna break that. All right. I should have. I think we got him just on. All right. Let's hit R&D. Because now they just, before I don't do anything else, they just deck at the start of next turn, right? We played careful. We played slower. We locked them down. And, like, I'm sure that the winning agendas are in here. But we didn't have to do that because this deck doesn't have an honest scoring plan if it can't kill you. And since we got two of the three Regenesis, they had no way to cheat out the win. All right. That's going to do it for today. I love that so many people are coming and hanging out. I will be back again tomorrow. I love you all. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And until I see all of you beautiful Netrunner humans again,